It's amazing.
I actually have a question for Jeff.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Camman's got a question.
Yeah, I have a question for you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Regarding what he was talking about, that you're doing a lot of large-scale work. Do you have any tips or any, suggestions for artists that want to do more large-scale work to how to cultivate that type of clientele and how to kind of encourage your customers to get larger-scale work? Aside from the obvious that it's going to look better, it's going to read better, it's going to age better, is there any tips or tricks that you might have to kind of get people to go off in that direction?
Yeah, it takes a while. You have to steer your clientele, and it's just like anything. If you put a portrait in your portfolio, people will ask for portraits. If you put color, realism or whatever, any genre you put in your portfolio is what people ask for. So you have to present them with it. And if you haven't done it before, I started off by presenting Shige's book, and I would show them these bodysuits and these back pieces, and I would get out like the bodysuits, that book that New School Collective put out, with all the back pieces, and I would show my clients those things, and I would talk about it passionately and present it to them, and just try to encourage people to at least take that in before they started, kind of intruding on those big areas of their body. The other thing I did is I made an appointment to get my back piece done. So people would come in and I would show them my back, or they knew what was going on in my life. So they would see me getting my back done in Japan and seeing what I'm going through to do that, and they want to share in that. So as far as large scale work, you just have to be bold and really just encourage your clients to consider it, and I think the best thing is showing in pictures. So I really do. I have Shige's book, and I have that New School Collective back piece book in my station, and I have it out, and I show people, even if they're getting a sleeve, I will just get that book out and just kind of open it up on the table while I'm setting up so they can flip through it and realize that their piece is relatively pretty small, even though to them it's this epic, I'm getting a full sleeve. It's kind of like that shock value. It's like, oh, I guess it's not that big. I could be getting my whole body done. So that does help.
All right, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
When you're tattooing, hey, who's that?
Whoa.
That's my baby kitty. She's grown up, but she's named Baby Kitty because we're super creative about names.
Tattooing, do you feel like you are constantly improving and getting better? Do you feel like you reach plateaus? Do you see yourself going higher and higher and better all the time? Do you ever feel like you're reaching a plateau and you need to take a break?
Yeah, of course. I feel like I'm always plateauing. I feel like I'm always reaching for more or wanting more, but it's hard. It's difficult to. There she is again.
That's all right. We love guest stars.
The plateaus and the breakthroughs are, they're part of being human, I think. Doesn't matter what you're doing. So as far as getting better, I think that I'm always trying to get a better perspective on where I'm heading as an artist, and I'm always trying to get better in my understanding. I don't really try to get much better at like maybe getting more realistic per se or getting things brighter. I try to understand more of the subtleties of tattooing, and I'm trying to simplify things like I've done with my paintings or anything else. I try to minimize things and limit my palette more and more. If I could just do black, I would. If I could just do outlines, I would. I've been really focusing on trying to get my tattoo designs to hold up as just an outline, and with the intention of, if this doesn't look good as an outline, then it's probably not a very successful tattoo. So, I know Japan has had a huge influence on that, and seeing all the block prints and the line work that I see over there has really has really made an effect on how I tattoo here. So I'm trying not to trust as much on the shading or the color as much as just the general design, the drawing, and the black.